Next up, we have Deniz Cam with Don't Fuck Stephen Miller.
So, we're going to do a little history lesson today. Topic of history is me and how I got to where I am today. I was born in Istanbul, lived there for 19 years, and then I came to America. By the way, speaking of ages, I will turn 28 on Thursday, so I hope you all wish me a happy freaking birthday. It doesn't matter if you know who I am. I urge you all to do it. It's going to make you feel great. It's going to make me feel very important. It'll be all great. But back to my point. Now that everyone's all about reading how terrible this country can be and has been, I will implore people to take 5 minutes and educate themselves on how legal immigration works. But in the meantime, I am such a good person, I am going to spoon feed you some information. Here's how legal immigration largely works. The legal here being one of the favorite words of Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz. I have been here for almost 9 years, and usually a common way for people to come here here is like mine. Go to college here, get a student visa for 4 years, then you get 1 year of optional practical training. Some of you may have heard of OPT if you have international friends. If you do STEM, you get 2.5 years of OPT, but I'm not that smart, so I did liberal arts. Then you get 1 year of OPT because the government doesn't care if you have a degree in history or literature, or in my case, international relations, because we don't believe in that anymore. So during that 1 year of OPT, you have to find a job and then also get that job to sponsor you. What does it mean? What does sponsorship mean? You need your employer to tell the government that you need an H-1B visa because they want to keep you as an employee. A lot of businesses from the get-go don't want to do that because they see that as a financial and logistical burden. But they also cannot discriminate based on national origin and citizenship status. So when you apply for a job, they ask if you will require sponsorship later on in your life, which is the same thing as asking someone if they're American. But I bet some smart-ass lawyer somewhere is like, well, I'm not asking you if you have a butthole. I'm asking you how many times a day you shit. I was not lucky enough with my first OPT, but I was lucky enough to go back to school. So I got my master's and got another year of OPT. Yes, I insisted on not getting a STEM degree and learning how to code and got a degree in journalism. But I was hired and sponsored, and my employer applied for my H-1B. I needed a job. There's no way to stay without a job. And I joined an H-1B lottery. Almost everyone has to be in this lottery. And it's completely arbitrary. Odds are 1 to 3. If you have a master's degree, they put your name again. So chances are a little bit better. But back in 2017, my roommate and I, we had the same credentials, both have masters. I won the lottery. He did not, and he moved back home. But that was not the end. Then I was asked for an RFE, which is a request for evidence. It used to be much better under Obama. Love him. But under Trump, 60% of people get RFEs. And in my case, I had to prove that I could not be replaced by a high school graduate and an American. First of all, I am fucking irreplaceable, but it took months to prove that. And at the time, only 30% of the people who were RFE'd actually got their visas. The overall rate changes from quarter to quarter, but for me, that was 30% of the 60% of the 30% after getting a job as a foreigner. In the meantime, if I want to get a green card to be able to stay here for longer, I can either do that by, 1, settling for an American man, which my grandma would love me to do, or 2, get my job to sponsor me for a green card. If they did, then that process would take at least another 3 to 4 years. So if it was to start today, I would get a green card after 13 years of being here. 13. Now I'm on a 3-year H-1B visa, which needs to be renewed in a few months for another 3 years, but it cannot be renewed more than that. And the whole program was gutted last month because, I'm not sure if you heard, but immigrants are the only reason why there are 20 million unemployed people in America right now. And if Trump is elected again, I literally cannot be here. I will be deported. Yesterday, the administration announced they'll deport international students if their schools move online because of the pandemic. They will deport kids. There's a pattern here. And the frustrating thing is that Americans are not only quiet, but they also don't care. Left and right, they say, well, but you're not a citizen. Or, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say, that sucks. Americans love to say, I don't know what to say, it sucks. Yeah, I know it sucks. Tell me who weren't considered citizens 150 years ago and still are not treated with integrity. There's nothing more American than denying people freedom for arbitrary reasons. And the truth is, a lot of immigrants are scared of speaking up because our social media is scraped when we apply for visas. But you know, sometimes you're scared of something so much that it isn't scary anymore. So I'm like, yes, I can say fuck you. And I will say fuck this shit. And man, I want to say fuck Stephen Miller too, but no, don't fuck him. Because fuck is good. I would like some fuck right now. So don't fuck Stephen Miller, or your racist boyfriends, or girlfriends, or whatevers. Deprive them. And that's the end of our history lesson.